There it goes. Alright. This is the first episode of sort of a spin-off podcast called The List of Deletion. So what this is the format is each person has a certain thing that they want deleted. Maybe it's something that's irritating them in their life, something they think is just bad, or something that shouldn't exist at all. Anything, any of those categories. So the person tries, they have that one thing, any topic, person, group, movie, game, whatever it is, and then they try to make an argument why it should be deleted. And then at the end of the podcast, everybody gets to vote which thing should be deleted the most out of everything else, and then it'll go on a list of on a list called a list of deletion. And then there's other complicated stuff, but I'm just gonna start out, and whoever is listening to this will know, they'll understand the format as we go on. So, you want to start with your first one?
I think my first one in general, and I had a long thought, is probably the Clone Wars series, the one from the Lego Clone Wars.
Which one?
Remember that game? The Lego Clone Wars. Remember that game?
Yeah.
It's so bad. I don't know why I bought it, and I had the game, and I paid full price on release day. I don't know why I have it. I remember you and I played it in your house.
Yeah, I got from the library.
It was so bad.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's the worst Lego game I've ever played. Because the Lego games are almost all good. Except for that one.
Yeah, it's like, Dylan, this is the worst part. And you're like, what do you mean? And split us to different sections.
Oh my god.
Fuck.
And when you're R2, you have to fight that other R2 type droid.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You're like, what is this shit?
Also, I'm gonna prop this phone on something. I want to see my beautiful face this live stream. So mine I'm gonna pick. It's funny because when I was coming up with this, is the first thing that popped up in my head, and yeah. So and then I talked to you. I can't fucking talk right now. This is what happens when you isolate yourself all summer. So I was when I was coming up with the idea for the podcast, is the first thing that popped up in my head to do, and it's funny how you brought it up right before me, and that is the Paul brothers, Jake and Logan Paul.
Oh my god. So
They're Logan Paul is not that bad. He's not the one that really gets so much shit. It's mostly Jake the monster, who
explain what the whole thing happened with Jake Paul, because I didn't care much to know.
So Jake, he was an ex. They're both brothers are ex-Viners, and they jumped on the trend, and they're actually the most popular, I think, Viner channel on YouTube. They jumped on the trend of Viners, ex-Viners having vlog channels, and so they're just typical vlog prank channels or whatever. But the thing is, shit on is that he came out with that music video. It's Everyday Bro. It's one of the most disliked YouTube videos, and everybody I think knows that song. But at this point, it's widely shit on. It's widely parodied, and Yeah, and then, but the reason why a lot of people hate him as like a person is that, um, because his antics, he's actually generally a terrible human being. In his neighborhood, I guess, the neighbors have been like complaining about him. He makes a shit ton of like noise. He destroys things like in his backyard. Like it shows a video of him like burning a bunch of shit. It was not just like a typical bonfire. He almost burned down his house. Uh, he always has like young like 12-year-old girls over and shit. And he like memes. He's outdated memes. Like there's that video with the news reporter like interviewed him, and then he dabs in front of him, and then he points at the guy's shoes, the reporter's shoes, and says, "What are those?" And then runs off. Yeah, he's a terrible human being. And he said, the reporter's like, "Do you feel bad?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I feel bad." Anyways, like he doesn't give a shit about the people around him. And it's funny. His neighbor said described the neighborhood as being, I think it's a perfect description, a war zone. And he snuck in the White House, or like he went in the bath. He like snuck in this like the bathroom, or it's a bath. Yeah, it's like a Secret Service bathroom or something they have there, and he like just stayed in there for a long time. And actually, he got the Secret Service to talk to him. He didn't film it, but he talked about it. He didn't film it, but I don't think you're supposed to either. But his brother Logan pranked him as the Secret Service coming to his house. It's like a terrible prank. Yeah, he makes a ton of videos. He's just a terrible human being in general. I have no more to say because I made that one video, that one Baymax Horrors videos where Jake and his friends from Team 10 go to that rapper's Post Malone's house. They literally like stalk him and like they dox him. They found his address and like filmed it in front of his house. You can see his address, the license plate, everything. Like, oh yeah, this is his house. And they go to his house, and then because Post Malone, what happened was he was on the H3 podcast, and he was reacting to that It's Everyday Bro video, and he didn't even shit on it. He's just like, what? Like Ethan was kind of shitting on it, but he was just sitting there like, he's like, huh, like, I guess this isn't very good or whatever. Not really. Because he's not. If you watch videos of him, so he's not like a critical person. Then like he's an easygoing, mellow guy. But they went to his house to give him like their merch. And he said, "We're best friends now, right?" And he's like, nah. He's like, oh sure or whatever. And then they walk out and they're leaving. They film. It's like, he's their best friend. We're gonna make music with them. It's like, what the fuck? Like they're like these like 8-year-old girls like fangirling over this guy. It's just awful. Jake Paul. I'm gonna say not the Logan brothers because or the Paul brothers. I said Logan brothers all the time. I think because Logan Paul is that bad of a guy. He just makes bad videos. Jake's like the monster of little brother. Yeah, Jake Paul and Team 10. That's going on my list of deletion. What's your other thing?
And I saw a tweet that he shared about, and I actually, he saw a tweet that I posted to Facebook, right?
Yeah.
It actually is a real thing, and I was laughing.
What was your other thing on deletion? List of deletion?
Well, that's my opinion. He put both on the list of Jericho.
The
list of Jericho. That's a long story.
What about what other thing do you want to get deleted?
Which one?
Yeah, what other thing?
Thing?
Yeah.
Oh. I haven't done this far yet. So,
yeah, you're telling me like right before you wanted something. You wanted this one thing to get deleted. What was it?
I hate it. I don't know why. I hate Jeff Jarrett.
Who? What? You like the...
Money.
What was it?
GFW.
GFW.
Global Force Wrestling.
Okay.
I hate it because they don't pay the wrestlers. I hate Jeff Jarrett in general, and I just don't like any of what's happening. They bought TNA. TNA was fine. I like TNA what it was back then. With the way with Broken Man, whatever, and everything. It was a good. But ever since Jeff Jarrett got into it, buying them out, he bought the broken gimmick and whatever. I fucking hate it, till this day. And this is the first time I'm talking about this on the podcast, so, I just hated Jeff Jarrett in general. So, him and the whole Global Force and the whole, company should be deleted. Should be gone.
My other thing I wanted to get deleted was, I was gonna say, okay, I'm not gonna say it because I'm gonna say that for some other thing. I already made a video on it, so I don't have a lot steam left in me, but or I'm gonna say it. Beta orbiters. Now, beta orbiters, now it's a very specific term. It's a lot of times a lot of people know what it is, but some people are like, what's that? It's people who either if they like beta orbiters are usually guys, if they like somebody, either they like not just like if you like somebody or you flirt with them or you have a crush on them or whatever. Beta orbiters specifically are like guys who don't really take action, but what they do is they'll, for example, they'll go on like a lot of these girls like Facebooks or whatever, and like all their pictures, post regardless of what they say, comment LOL, and then like hearts and stuff. And then they'll message the girls like, oh, you're so beautiful, you're so this, even if they have boyfriends or whatever. It's like, oh, thanks, but I have a boyfriend. They're like, okay. Oh, you're so beautiful. Oh my god. And then they'll something get to the point where they're so petty that they'll ask random girls for nudes. And then if they get an obvious no, they'll actually get depressed and stuff. Nobody loves me. I just can't stand beta orbiters. They're awful. They should be deleted.
Okay.
Now, this is the end where we decide which of the four things we talked about should be deleted. We vote. Now, if there is a tie, or if there's a tie, or if there's no ties, nothing at all, can't come up with a decision, that's when I'll go to Facebook, and then we have people vote which one should be deleted.
We hand selected people, so we hand select them.
Yeah.
Start one area.
Alright. Alright. I'm gonna say out of the things was the Paula Brothers, Beta Orbiters, Lego Star Wars 3, and then what was the other thing?
GFW.
GFW.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say...
I think...
Okay, it's either... It's gonna be... Beta Orbiters. That's my opinion. Because my reasoning is that they're... Because I guess they're a bigger group of people, and I feel like they would have more of a negative effect on people. They're everywhere, so and they kind of delusion the idea of how to flirt or whatever. You just fucking flirt. It's there's not really anything deep to it. They overdo themselves. They fail, and some of them even, there's a lot of unhealthy ones, and to the point where there's people fucking famous examples Elliot Rodger, who was pretty much one of them, but nobody liked him, and he became like depressed and stuff, and he had other mental issues. But he went on that because he was that YouTuber that went on that drive-by like shooting spree or whatever. And so I'm thinking about like a bigger effect, like they'll have like a huger impact, I guess. So mine would be beta orders. What would be yours?
Ooh. I'll probably go the same, you know?
Beta orders?
What we said, yeah. That could probably affect someone mentally. And
Yeah.
physically.
Yeah, because that's too, a lot of these, like, yeah, because you have to look at too, like, the bigger impact, like, you know, what were the other ones? Lego Star Wars 3, it's just a bad game, and then, GFW, you know, it's just bad, you know, organization, you know, just entertainment organization. Then you have, what was the other one? The Paul Brothers, which is bad, but my second pick would actually probably be the Paul Brothers, or I'm gonna say, hold on, correction, Jake Paul and Team 10, not really Logan, because Logan doesn't really do much. He just makes bad videos, but Jake Paul and Team 10, that would be my second. They kind of affect more like a smaller group, but I feel like beta orders tend to have, it's a lot bigger group.
Yeah, yeah.
So, I guess beta orders would be on the list of deletion.
Yeah. Just go like Google Docs and write it down.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm trying to think what we'll do at the end. Like, there has to be a reason for the list of deletion. Like, we go back and, like, break it down. Like, okay, which one will get deleted or whatever. And then we'll, like, minimize it. Then the final thing will be, like, the thing that definitely needs to get deleted. Should not exist ever.
Yeah, this is gonna be like 3 parts of this episode, so.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you know.
What number should we go up to? Like, I don't know, 20 or something.
Oh my god, no,
Or 12. No, we should do. Here, we'll do like rounds. Maybe we should do like rounds. Like, we get to like, maybe like 10 things. And then we break it down like, maybe like 5 things or whatever. And then blah, blah. We just break it down to the point where we like get up to like down to 2. And we vote, and then that'll be the final thing. And then we'll film like a video of like an imaginary thing or whatever, like just made up video of us like deleting something. One thing.
Just like writing a piece of paper, burning it.
Delete. Anyways,
Yeah.
that was the first episode of the list of deletion.
Delete.
Anyways, take care, y'all. Delete.